My dear children, today I am going to teach you about the salient features of the Indian Constitution. Before I come to this, I would like to tell you the meaning of this important word, Constitution. Constitution is a rule book or a series of document. Like you have all of you have diaries in your school. That diaries contains the rules, what you follow in school, all other important things about the school. Likewise, constitution is for the country. It is a rule book for the country. So it is very important. Constitution contains all three organs, their powers, their functions, their mutual relationships, the legislature, executive, and the judiciary. The Constitution of India is a unique constitution. It is the largest written liberal democratic constitution of the world. It provides for a mixture of federal as well as the unitary features. So we say that the Indian Constitution is federal in structure and unitary in spirit. Means that the Constitution of India contains federal as well as the unitary features. It is quasi-federal. Indian Constitution is a very detailed constitution. It consists of 448 articles divided into 25 parts and 12 schedules. Now here I'll come to the salient features of the Indian Constitution. Indian Constitution provides us with the single citizenship. What do you mean by this single citizenship? It means that all the citizens of India enjoy a common, uniform citizenship. That is Indian citizenship. Unlike the USA, where the citizens have dual citizenship. That is the citizenship of their country as well as of their respective states. India is a welfare state. It looks towards the welfare of maximum number of people. It ensures the maximum happiness of the maximum number of people living within its territory. The state has a positive duty to ensure to its citizens social, economic and political justice. Now we'll come to the preamble of the Constitution, which is very important. The preamble is an introduction to the Constitution. It is an ideal, object and the source of the Constitution. It declares India to be a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. What do you mean by this word sovereign? Sovereign means India is free from any kind of external control. It is free to frame its foreign policy. No other country has an authority to interfere in the internal matters of India. Socialist, it means that India is committed to secure social, economic and political justice for its entire people by ending all forms of exploitation and by securing equitable distribution of income, resources and wealth. Secular. Secular means that India gives no special status to any religion. India is not a theocratic state. It ensures equal freedom to all religions. Religious freedom is guaranteed to all its citizens. There is no state religion in India. Democratic means that the authority of the government rests upon the sovereignty of the people. People freely participate in the process of politics. Democracy actually is derived from the word demos plus kratos. Demos meaning people. Kratos means rule. Rule of the people. Now children, we will come to the republic. It means that India is not ruled by a monarch. It is an elected head, meaning that means president who is elected for the term of 5 years. Not only that, in India, we ensure free, fair, regular elections for the elected bodies, all the elected bodies in India. So children, have you understood all the meanings of these key words? These are very important for you. Now let us come to the lengthiest constitution. India's constitution is the lengthiest constitution. As I told you that it contains 448 articles, 25 parts and 12 schedules. And then the last feature is unitary in spirit and federal in structure. Let me explain you the unitary feature of the Indian Constitution. Indian Constitution provides its citizens with the single citizenship. That is the most important unitary feature. Let me tell you about the three lists. There are three lists in the Constitution: Union list, State list and the concurrent list. The subjects mentioned in the new Union list, the Parliament legislates on it. Legislates means makes laws on it. The subjects mentioned in the state list, the state assembly, the legislative assemblies legislate on that. The subject mentioned in the third list, that is the concurrent list, center and state, both can legislate on it. But in case there is a conflict between the center and state over the subjects mentioned in the concurrent list, then the central law will prevail. So that is another unitary feature of the Indian Constitution. The most important federal feature of the Indian Constitution is that it provides with division of power, decentralization. That means division of power between the central government and the state government and the various local self-government. So these were the very, very important features of the Constitution of India. I hope you liked this. Thank you.